shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your number one source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
Our next weather maker is this coastal low, already spreading rain inland along the coast. I'll show you when we'll see the rain here and how much we could see.
School on alert. 2 people were injured in a shooting at a Southwest Edgecombe High School football game. How the school is increasing its security this morning. Plus, vote to expand. Johnson County leaders are voting on what to do with empty farmland, the company that's looking to build there. A lot of stories that are happening from overnight here on WRAL News. Thanks so much for joining us this Monday morning. I'm Chris Lovingood. So let's go ahead and get your day started off right with Elizabeth Gardner. You've got the next weather maker behind you, and it already looks like there's some activity on the coast.
Yeah, this low is already pushing some rain onshore closer to the coast, and it will back inland across our area today. Then it will stall, and we're going to have a couple of days worth of rain. It's a 20% chance this morning, so unlikely that's going to be an issue for the morning commute. No rain falling in our area right now. But once we get to and past lunchtime, that chance goes up to 30%. Whatever we would see today would still be fairly patchy and light, but becomes heavier tomorrow and lingers into Wednesday. Here's a live look at Fenton and Cary. All is dry right now, but we are seeing some cloud cover this morning. Mid-60s, our current temperature, and our dew point's up at 61. Our temperatures this afternoon with clouds and an increasing chance of rain this afternoon will only be in the mid-70s, and tomorrow will be quite cool with the rain. I'll show you that coming up.
All right, sounds good, Elizabeth. So we're going to talk about this crash that we have been trying to get more information about. Our team was at Six Forks Road near I-540 in Raleigh while there was a heavy police presence. We saw one car with significant damage, but in terms of what happened to lead to this, well, that's what we're trying to figure out this morning. We do know that Highway Patrol is leading that investigation. Days after a shooting at a football game, students returned to class at Southwest Edgecombe High School, and we've learned there will be increased security. A spokesperson for Edgecombe County Schools told WRAL more law enforcement will be on hand, and they'll also have counselors available for anyone who needs to talk. We had breaking news coverage on Friday at Southwest Edgecombe High School after a shooting injured 2 teenagers, and the school was playing Tarboro at the time of that shooting. The game was called off in the third quarter. The Edgecombe County Sheriff's Office wants you to come forward if you know anything about this shooting. If you have pictures or video from that night or any kind of information, you can contact their office. More farmland in Johnson County may become pharmaceutical land. Today, the town of 4 Oaks will vote on a plan that could lead to more expansion for Novo Nordisk. Let's go ahead and bring in Kelsey Coffey. She's in 4 Oaks this morning. Kelsey, this is all part of a big transformation that's happening in the county as a whole.
Yes, Chris, it is. Hundreds of jobs could be headed here to Johnston County. Tonight, town leaders will meet here at 4 Oaks Town Hall to talk about plans for a new project. So take a look at this video from Drone 5. This is 70 acres of farmland off NC Highway 96. Sources tell our NC Capital team Novo Nordisk has been scouting this land for a while in hopes of building future offices, labs, or factories. These plans are preliminary, and it could take years before anything is built if a deal comes together at all. Novo has been growing in Clayton. The drug maker is moving ahead with a multi-billion-dollar factory that is projected to create 1,000 jobs.
Johnson County's economy has really shifted from agricultural jobs to commercial jobs over the past number of decades. And so it makes sense that more farmland might be becoming more pharmaceutical land in the future.
That was State Government Editor Jack Hagel. Our NC Capital team is closely following any new developments from this possible land deal. Town leaders will be meeting tonight at 6:30. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Johnston County.
Today, Vice President J.D. Vance will host the Charlie Kirk Show. Vance says that he will pay tribute to his friend. Tyler Robinson is the man accused of killing Kirk, and he is expected to be in court tomorrow. Vigils were held across the country over the weekend to honor Kirk, and that included his church in Phoenix and in his hometown of Arlington Heights, Illinois. Authorities say Robinson is being closely watched inside a Utah County jail. On Meet the Press, Utah Governor Spencer Cox said Robinson's former roommate is helping investigators. He says the two were in a romantic relationship.
Can confirm that roommate is a boyfriend who is transitioning from male to female. I will say that person has been very cooperative with authorities.
The governor said the roommate had no idea Robinson was planning an attack. Investigators say Robinson told his family he didn't like Charlie Kirk or his viewpoints. State charges are expected to be filed against him tomorrow, and a public memorial service for Charlie Kirk is set for Sunday at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Meanwhile, the Trump administration wants Congress to approve funding for additional security for Congress and Supreme Court justices. The $58 million request was made after Charlie Kirk's assassination. And there's also been increased threats against public officials. This week, Congress expects to discuss the Trump administration's request as it works to temporarily fund the government and avoid a shutdown. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth wants military members who mocked the murder of Charlie Kirk to be punished. That's according to a report from NBC News. Defense officials who spoke with NBC News say that several service members have already been fired because of this. Hegseth and other senior Pentagon leaders want their staff to report any posts that could be interpreted as condoning Kirk's murder. President Donald Trump says that he is talking with China about the future of TikTok. And this is happening days before a deadline to determine whether TikTok will remain available in the U.S. Congress passed a law last year requiring TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, to sell the app to an American buyer or face a ban. The law was supposed to take effect months ago, but the president has repeatedly extended it. Oof, not the ending Minnesota Viking fans wanted as the team hosted the Atlanta Falcons during Sunday Night Football. It was tough for J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings offense. They struggled all night and didn't score a single touchdown. The Falcons ran away with the win, 22-6, and they will come to Bank of America Stadium next week to play the Panthers. Meanwhile, the Panthers are still looking for their first win of the season. They tried to make a late comeback against the Arizona Cardinals on the road. Yeah, that didn't happen. They lost 27-22. Kickoff for the Panthers game against Atlanta next Sunday will be at 1 p.m. The biggest stars in television celebrated the 77th annual Emmy Awards, and it was a night filled with historic wins and heartfelt tributes to some of the most iconic series.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
Your heart is true. I won't sing the whole song, but you know it. Artists including Reba McEntire saying thank you for being a friend to pay tribute to the 40th anniversary of Golden Girls. The biggest award of the night went to host Stephen Colbert for his Best Talk series. You may remember CBS announced the cancellation of his show back in July. In his acceptance speech, Colbert made jokes about looking for a new job.
While I have your attention, is anyone hiring? Because I got 200 very well-qualified candidates with me here tonight who will be available in June. I also brought my own resume here tonight. I haven't had a chance to update my headshot in a bit, but I think it still works.
CBS said it canceled Colbert's show for financial reasons, not for content. Colbert's show ends this May. Your time is 4:37. Finding solutions. People in Durham want more people to have access to housing. Why community leaders say the requirement needs to be specific. And Hops for Hope. How people are raising money in the name of treating childhood illness. Plus, we are tracking the next weather maker. You are looking live at Chapel Hill, where, it's mostly dry this morning. But ahead, meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner will show you when the rain arrives in the areas that could see more than an inch.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
441, there's our next weather maker sitting offshore. This is a coastal low. And so instead of seeing all the rain coming from the west, it'll start to come from the east. So our eastern counties will start to see that a little bit later on this morning. Wayne County probably going to be the first, so over around Goldsboro, potentially down around Sampson County, around Clinton. Our chances for rain today are pretty slim, 20% this morning, 30% chance this afternoon. And then that chance grows overnight tonight and into the day tomorrow. We'll walk you through tomorrow and talk about how much rain total we could see from this system coming up. Live look at Apex right now. We're seeing cloudy skies out there, but our temperatures are on the mild side this morning in the low 60s. But with some clouds and showers, it'll be on the cooler side this afternoon. Highs will be in the mid 70s. We are looking at some chilly temperatures with the rain over the next couple of days.
People in Durham are trying to find solutions to affordable housing. Community leaders talked with people who need this. And one of them brought up concerns about how the definition for affordable housing is often broad, but the requirements are specific. We met one woman who lives in Durham Housing Authority's Cornwallis Road community, and she said the lack of affordable housing forces families to make tough decisions.
In a lot of underrepresented communities, jobs that are, available to us are not jobs that can pay the rent that Durham is charging right now. So learning how to have trades, learning how to have second income without taking ourselves away from our family.
The group says it will keep working with city leaders to try increasing the amount of affordable housing. Today, Governor Josh Stein will push for more federal funding for Helene recovery. The governor has a news conference planned in western North Carolina this morning. Senator Ted Budd amplified the governor's effort to put pressure on the federal government to increase funding. Budd would not vote for a Homeland Security nominee because he wanted FEMA to release more funding for the mountains, and that's exactly what happened. For more reporting on the push for relief funding, you can look in the NC Capitol section of our website. Next week will mark 1 year since Helene altered life in our mountains overnight. We will look at the stories of struggle, survival, and heartbreak, as well as hope. It's all part of our new WRAL documentary, Helene, What We Lost, What We Found. It airs Thursday, September 25th at 7:30 on WRAL and wherever you stream WRAL. Starting today, the DOT will monitor traffic near a Moore County school, and the traffic study is happening near Stars Charter School on US 1 in Vass. The DOT asked the Moore County Sheriff's Department to stop its morning traffic control operations there. The department will evaluate the normal traffic that happens there during the morning school drop-off routine to determine if any sort of changes are needed. North Carolina's fall litter sweep is underway, and this basically is an effort from the state DOT to clean up roadways with help from volunteers. NC DOT maintenance teams devote 1 week of their time to pick up litter, and the sweep runs through the 27th. You can contact your local litter sweep coordinator if you're interested in helping out. Children in need of medical care are now one step closer to getting it, and that's thanks to many of you who attended Sunday's Hops for Hope in North Hills. In the event's 9 years, it has partnered with local breweries to raise millions of dollars to fly children and their families out for medical treatments. WRAL's Chris Michaels was at that event, and he shares more about the collaboration with Fainting Goat Brewing for a special WRAL Weather Alert Day beer.
I think we all want to be a part of something bigger than ourselves.
That's the mission behind Hops for Hope, a decade-long tradition unique to the Triangle, raising money in the name of treating child illness. Tent by tent, the beer flows. And so does the energy.
It's about energy, it's about excitement, it's about fun, and it's about community.
Pat Nelly is the president and CEO of Children's Flight of Hope, a local nonprofit that has flown more than 2,500 children and their families for crucial medical treatments because of Hops for Hope.
It is hard for me to imagine a more important purpose than changing and saving the life of a child.
A purpose that convinced the Hollands to drive from Holly Springs to North Hills Saturday.
It's been a great day to be with the family. We've enjoyed a lot of great beers. And again, like she said, it's been a wonderful afternoon to celebrate and help Children's Flight for Hope.
We got to experience the joy right from behind the keg. Fainting Goat Brewing Company from Fuquay Varina brewed a WRAL-themed Weather Alert Day beer, specifically for Hops for Hope.
It has notes of tropical fruit, and then we'll add fruit purees, orange, pineapple, guava, passion fruit, key lime, and cherry.
Even better, after you cast your vote, you got to pet a goat, not a fainting goat. The feeling shared among hundreds that attended Saturday, whether it came from goats, music, beer, or community, truly was the greatest of all time. In Raleigh, Chris Michaels, WRAL News.
And just so you know, Weather Alert Day won second place in the People's Choice category Saturday. We're still waiting to learn how much money was raised during this year's event. Okay, while we're on the topic of weather, the next weather maker that meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner is tracking right now, already some activity out there on the coast.
We do already have some rain here, and there are going to be some thunderstorms as well. That low pressure system, as you can see, is pushing closer to the coast. It'll continue to head in this direction. It's moving to the west, and so it will continue to spread clouds and rain across our area over the next several days. We take a look at Futurecast, and you can see that rain sitting offshore. It pushes our way. We still have a fairly dry air mass in place, so it's going to take a little bit of time for that to really kind of push all the way into our area. So we have just small chances for rain today, but as we get into the late afternoon and evening, that potential definitely starts to go up. Notice by about 10 or 11 o'clock, we're seeing a bit of a heavier band approaching the area. So today shouldn't be terribly wet. This is a look at our chance for rain today. It's just a 20% chance this morning. This afternoon and much of the day, it's 30%, and then later on in the evening, it goes to 40%. Tuesday morning, it's likely to be a very wet start to the day, and then as we get through the afternoon, it's a 60% chance. So tomorrow's likely to be a lot wetter than today is, but I would still maybe keep the umbrella handy, especially for the afternoon. A live look at Fenton and Cary, all looking good, looking at 64 degrees right now. Dew point's at 61, so it's a little muggy, which is what you would expect with a coastal low moving our way. It'll also become a bit breezy this afternoon. This top line where the 20s are, that's going to be our wind gusts. Winds are gusting out of the northeast at about 20 20 to 23 miles per hour this afternoon. Temperatures are mostly in the mid to upper 60s, some upper 50s up near the Virginia line, but 63 in Apex, 64 in Garner and in Knightdale. And around town today, we're going to hold it in the mid to upper 70s in the Triangle and around 81 in Fayetteville, but it stays cloudy for it today. We turn much cooler on Tuesday with that coastal low sitting over us, and then our temperatures begin to recover by Thursday and Friday back up to near normal. Expected to be on the tolerable side in terms of our muggy meter. You can see it's just kind of sitting here during the day today. As we get into tomorrow, it goes up a little bit with that potential for rain across the area. Checking out that 7-day forecast. Tuesday is going to be a noticeably cool day at 68 with a good chance of rain. Still some rain around on Wednesday, but then after that, we clear things out. And at the end of the week, we turn drier and warmer. 87, the warmest day on Friday.
All right, thank you, Elizabeth. Your time is 4:48. The Winner's Circle. We have more on the big winners from the 77th Emmy Awards, plus increasing crime. Why downtown business in Durham is raising awareness about recent crime there. A downtown Durham business is raising concerns about recent crime there. Over the weekend, a shooting on East Main Street left 2 people injured. One man was taken to the hospital with injuries so serious he could die. The shooting happened near the bar 106 Main Street, and it was the second situation they experienced in a matter of days. On Friday, the bar's owner says a man punched the front window, and WRAL talked with bartender Wayne Watson, who was there both nights, about what he witnessed.
I want to feel like, I have to bring a gun to work. I want people to feel safe when they go out. The customer should be able to walk in and out and not be bothered or not, have to worry about, being hurt.
The Durham Police Department says they are still looking for a suspect in the weekend shooting. Uber is being sued over its alleged treatment of passengers with disabilities. The DOJ says the company's drivers often cancel rides for people with disabilities, add extra cleaning fees for service animals, and cancellation fees. The lawsuit says drivers also deny front seat access so the back seats can be used for mobility devices. The DOJ is seeking $125 million for people with disabilities who have previously filed complaints. And Uber says it prohibits drivers from denying passengers with disabilities and service animals, but the passenger must be able to enter the vehicle on their own. The 77th Emmy Awards were handed out in Hollywood last night with a trio of shows that were taking home the most trophies. Rick Damigella has the big winners in the Hollywood Minute.
And the Emmy goes to Adolescence.
British crime drama Adolescence was the big winner at the 77th Emmy Awards. The Netflix series won the Limited Anthology Series or Movie categories for Outstanding Series, Directing, Writing, Supporting Actor for Owen Cooper, Supporting Actress for Erin Doherty, and Lead Actor for Stephen Graham.
I'm just a mixed-race kid from a block of flats in a place called Kirby. So, for me, to be here today in front of my peers and to be acknowledged by you is the utmost humbling thing I could ever imagine in my life.
Seth Rogen, The Studio.
In the comedy categories, The Studio was the big winner, taking home 4 Emmys, with Seth Rogen winning Lead Actor.
I've never won anything in my life. When I was a kid, I bought a used bowling trophy at an estate sale. And my parents were like, yeah, that's a good idea. You should probably buy that.
And returning to the stage for writing, directing, and outstanding comedy series.
It's getting embarrassing. I really appreciate it, in all honesty.
The Pit.
Medical drama The Pit won 3 Emmys for Outstanding Drama Series, Catherine Lanasa winning Supporting Actress, and Noah Wiley for Lead Actor, marking his first Emmy win.
To anybody who's going on shift tonight or coming off shift tonight, thank you for being in that job. This is for you.
And the Emmy goes to The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Arguably the biggest standing ovation of the night went to The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and its win for Outstanding Talk Show.
Sometimes you only truly know how much you love something when you get a sense that you might be losing it. And 10 years later, in September of 2025, my friends, I have never loved my country more desperately. God bless America. Stay strong, be brave, and if the elevator tries to bring you down, go crazy and punch a higher floor. Woo!
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Also, if you have not seen The Studio, that is one of the best satires out there right now. Other winners from last night include Andor, Hacks, Severance, and Somebody Somewhere. Catholics filled St. Peter's Square yesterday to wish Pope Leo a happy birthday. They brought balloons and banners to greet the Pope as he stood on the balcony for his traditional noon blessing. The Pope said that he thanked the Lord and his parents, as well as everyone who keeps him in their prayers. 2 dogs are doing well after being rescued from a fire in our area. Firefighters responded to a camper on fire in Northampton County at Sherwood Forest, and they found 2 puppies inside. Well, both had to get some oxygen and are expected to make a full recovery. The fire caused a ton of damage, and it's fortunate, though, that no one was inside. But again, the dogs, they're doing okay. Ahead of 5 o'clock, more security at school. Today, students in Edgecombe County are returning to the classroom after a shooting at a football game. How the district is helping those impacted. And looking to expand, Johnston County leaders are voting on what to do with farmland there. The company hoping to build there and their potential plans. Plus, getting out of debt. 5 on your side will break down the steps that you can take to start paying down your credit card debt.